Second hour with the highest profile case to date in the January 6th attack at the Capitol. An FBI agent is expected to testify against Oath Keepers founder Stewart Rhodes later today. This trial comes a day after we heard a secret audio recording of a private meeting between House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy and two U.S. Capitol police officers regarding the attack. In the recording, which was first obtained by CBS News, McCarthy claimed that former President Trump was unaware of the violence that occurred outside of the Capitol and that he considered asking Trump to step down. But testimonies during the public January 6th hearings revealed that Trump knew about the attack and even watched it on TV. McCarthy also admitted earlier this year that he never asked the former president to resign. The release of this secret audio recording comes in the wake of the January 6th committee's last public hearing. That is set to take place this coming Thursday, and it's also happening as the DOJ faces a key deadline in its investigation into Trump's handling of classified documents. Joining me with the very latest on both developing situations from Washington, D.C., Tom Dempsey. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Marni. Yeah, today actually marks the deadline for the Department of Justice to respond to an appeal from the Trump legal team asking for the special master in that Mar-a-Lago classified documents case to be able to review around 100 classified documents that are being reviewed right now by investigators in this case. Again, this appeal came down late last month. Appeals court prohibited the special master from reviewing those 100 classified documents. The Department of Justice saying they remain particularly sensitive, those 100 classified documents, and could potentially bring national security concerns. The Trump legal team, though, continued to argue that the former president declassified those documents. This investigation, of course, revolves around claims of possible obstruction of justice and classified documents possibly getting concealed and removed from a storage room at the former president's estate at Mar-a-Lago. The Department of Justice has until 5 p.m. this evening, Eastern Time, to respond to that appeal. And as you were saying, Marni, this is all coming ahead of what could be the final hearing for the January 6th committee here in Washington, D.C. Exact details ahead of this meeting on Thursday still remain unknown, but we are expecting to see new clips of the riots as they unfolded at the Capitol on January 6, 2021, as well as new clips of various witness testimonies that were conducted over the past several months. Again, this could very well be the last hearing for this January 6th committee. Some very big questions still remain unanswered, though, as this investigation continues to play out, including if former President Donald Trump and former Vice President Mike Pence will be subpoenaed and if any criminal referrals will come from this. But for members on this January 6th committee, the biggest focus will be on really completing that story revolving around former President Donald Trump allegedly trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election results. Again, they're really trying to zero in on that narrative and continue to really complete that story by this Thursday, the end of that hearing, before releasing a final report on their investigation later this year, Marni.
Right, and the question is, what voices haven't we heard yet, Tom? Are you getting any indication of who might testify at this final hearing on Thursday?
Well, Representative Benny Thompson has really been leading a charge with this committee, and he was saying that, this will probably mark the first hearing where there's no live witness testimony heard during all of this. But he's saying that, new revelations are expected to come up during this hearing on Thursday, and there's still significant information, in his own words, that the public hasn't been able to hear yet. So this committee is really focused on giving, a really strong final push to their investigation. Again, there's going to be a lot of focus on the investigative report when it comes out later this year, and the committee is really trying to finish strong. Again, pushing that story forward that former President Donald Trump allegedly tried to overturn the 2020 presidential election results, Marni.
All right, Tom, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.